I am the governor of college football. Yes, sir. The mayor of college football, a.k.a. Downtown Nino Brown. Yes, sir. Welcome to another marvelous episode of Overreaction Monday. I am the governor of college football, and with me is a guy that needs no introduction, the mayor of college football, Downtown Nino Brown. Also with us today is a guy that pulled a lot of strings behind the scenes, the center of college football, my guy, Mr. Dennis Noel. Gentlemen, how y'all doing tonight?
Let's get it on.
I'm ready. After the green room, I'm ready.
I already know, man. The green room was getting unchy super early, so I'm excited. Let's kick this episode off with some rapid fire questions. Last week we were live from Big 12 Media Days in Frisco, Texas. What were some of y'all biggest takeaways from the event? Then, Dina, we'll start with you today.
I think my biggest takeaway is Colorado brought two quarterbacks. I know I said it before, but if you got two quarterbacks, you got no quarterbacks. And the fact that that's still as open competition as it is kind of worrisome for me.
I got a lot of thoughts about Colorado. I will not say them on air just yet, but I got a lot of thoughts about that team, brother.
You don't seem nobody seems to have any confidence in Colorado this year. It seems like coming from
they
not as much as I had last year.
I'm gonna say it on air. They move like Bama, but they not Bama. Like how they were moving in the event. Like when I tell you, like all the teams came over, showed mad love. Now I knew with Prime and his health condition, people would have been on him like flies on you know what. You know what I'm saying? So I get why he didn't come over. But like for the players and how some of the SIDs was acting, bro, get out of here with that.
I will say my only thing, whoever they decide, now that they hired Byron Leftwich, I think shit's going to get real for whoever is the starter right away because I'm all about Byron Leftwich. I have been since I watched him get carried down the field at Marshall.
Oh my God.
So I think he's going to bring a no BS sort of mentality there, and whoever's the starter better buckle up.
I'm going to go out two things real quick. He's part of our team, and he told us one thing, and I think that this team does what their coach does. You act like you've been there before.
Mm-hmm.
This team's going to act like they've been there before, whether they've never stepped in the fucking door before or they've been there for 25 years. That's how they're going to act because that's how Deion tells them to act. That's how they're primed and groomed to act. So I don't hate that because Nick Saban wanted this guys to act the same way, whether he was a 4-star recruit or he was a 4-year star. They all had to be the same way. So I'm cool with that. It's been Kaden Salter the whole time from day one. But if he named Kaden Salter the starter, Juju Lewis was gone, bro.
Yeah.
Adios, muchachos. So you had to groom the kid. You had to pull him in there, make him, think that, not make him think, but give him a fighting chance in that QB1 battle, right? Kaden Salter didn't transfer to school to go sit down and be a QB2. I love Leftwich going there, but I have a feeling it's Kaden Salter. I think it's Kaden Salter the whole time. And I think that announcement's going to be coming a little bit sooner than we expect. And I think that he just doesn't want to show his cards, man. I think that Prime this year isn't going to go out there and do the hot step because everybody's already been saying he could only go as far as Shedeur and Travis. Okay, I can only go as far as Shedeur and Travis. I'm going to show you what I can do. I ain't got to talk about it. That's Prime's always been about showing you, and then I'll talk about it. So best be beware. If they come out the gate 5-0, 6-1 or something like that, they're talking about to be real heavy. And Prime going to be coming down everybody's neck. But I think that they're kind of the team that's under the radar because everybody doesn't know what's coming out of them, and they haven't really showed anything yet. So I love, the comments from both you guys, and I understand, why D now felt that that was his biggest concern with Colorado. I'm going to go with a team that has 26 million reasons to be talked about. Okay? 26 million reasons. 30% upcharge when you're on the other side of Texas, huh? That's what you got to pay, 30% interest when you're on the other side of Texas. I think Texas Tech, for me, is the biggest talk. They've spent a lot of money. They gave Shiloh Wood this young new cat. He's old as me, okay? Born same year as me. They gave this new fresh face, in his first year hire. Dogs, bro. He got a junkyard on the defensive side of the ball. Everybody on that defensive side is an absolute machine in that front seven. So I They spent a lot of money. Joe McGuire walks around like he got golden loafers on, right? And he's willing to talk the talk. So let's see if everybody on that team can walk the walk. And my biggest takeaway is they're ready. But the only question is the QB healthy, right? Like, because I think the room from what I've seen through the Red Raiders chat stuff, Caleb Douglas is going to be that dude for them in the wide receiver room. He's ready to take that step. He's probably going to be that 1,000-yard receiver. He's probably going to get double-digit touchdowns. But the question is Baron Morton healthy enough, right? And I think they kind of loaded up defensively because I don't know if they're sure what they're going to do. But if that defense can allow them, 14 or less, I think they're going to be in a lot of games, especially if Baron Morton is healthy. But yeah, I think Caleb Douglas is going to take that step. And I think the Raiders walking away from there kind of had a little swag.
They did.
Self walking out of Big 12 media days. And I got another team that kind of rolls how their coach rolls, right? Like I said, Joey kind of rolls to me, he's like a more comedic mini Shark, right? Like he'll give you a little more of those one-liners. He'll talk to you a little bit more and play with you. But it's the same style of handling themselves, flashy, and then I fall back. I'm flashy, I fall back. I think the Red Raiders kind of put the buzz out there for themselves out of Big 12 Media Day.
All right, I'm gonna throw a curveball out there. Now that Big 12 Media's days, I want you guys to plant your flag. Who's winning the Big 12?
Baylor.
I figured.
It was Baylor going into it, but then seeing those players in person, like and Josh Cameron, dude. I don't know what they feeding these kids in Waco, but he's a wide receiver who's built like you guys remember, was it David Boston, wide receiver that played at Ohio State? Like he's like him, he's not super tall, probably about 6'1", but he's built like a running back. And then the dude Sawyer Robinson is legit. I don't know what he's listed at, but he's a legit 6'4",
6'4". He's listed at 6'4".
Yeah, he's prototype size.
He's legit. He's big. Like you see some of those quarterbacks walking, I'm like, okay. Like Noah Fafita, I knew he was short. I didn't know how short he was.
Yeah, he's tiny.
Yeah, like Nino, me and Nino shorter guys. Like he's right there. And he had
well, he's Nino size. Like no offense, Nino, but
no, I'm 5'6", bro. Fully tall, tiptoes. That's what my license says.
Yeah, he's with us, brother.
Yeah, no, he's got to be in a shotgun his whole career if he ever makes
it. Yeah, he's definitely with us for sure.
I'm gonna go with. I mean, last time I checked, they got probably a top 10 quarterback. They have wide receiver one.
Wide receiver. Mm-hmm.
No. I'm not talking about Baylor.
No,
I'm talking about Arizona State.
No. I know who you're talking about.
All right.
I already know who you're talking about.
I'm gonna go.
They had
Kenny
motion
Cunningham hasn't fell off the map. I know Scadaboo's not there, but I guess apparently people don't know what the guys in the services do because Uda is there, and that kid can ball out. If Jordan Tyson stays healthy, I love Sammy Livet, and I think he's I have already put it out there. I think he's the best QB in the Big 12. My personal opinion. But Arizona State's going as far as Jordan Tyson's going to take him, and if that kid can have finally a fully healthy season, he's a first-round pick. And he's probably going to get Sammy Leavitt in the top 4 in that class drafted. Like, if he comes out, I think Arizona State wins it.
Yeah, I've seen some people have Leavitt projected extremely high because they're just banking on them having an amazing season. It's going to be interesting in the Big 12. Like,
I'm not that guy, but you're the guy that loves it. The return of production on that team is high. It's a positive return of production. Like they were good last year. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, hey, we won 3 games, but I'm bringing back 85% of my team. Nah, they were them.
Them and Baylor have the highest return of production in that conference.
I'm with that. Kenny Dillingham, another year, a fully healthy Tyson. I honestly don't think you're going to have this ridiculous drop off in the running game.
I don't think he will either.
I think Udo is a solid 1,200 yard.
Yeah, I mean, watch him do an Army, right? Where they knew that they were running the ball only. And he still was 1,000-yard back behind Daly. So, like, I think he's going to be okay. I think Sun Devils are going to.
I think we're going to see more parity in this conference this year because there's like teams I was kind of still gauging the temperature for. Utah, you had a good feeling about them. Like even Cincinnati, they were an afterthought for me. Who's your dark horse?
If he clicks all the boxes, I think Josh Hoover and
Dude. If there's one team like
people like Sawyer Robinson, right? Like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean Josh Hoover's
Hoover's
type
real
of player.
deal. Hoover's real deal. And just talking to their players, listening to them talk, they was like right next to us, and then we interviewed every player that they brought there. I got a really good feeling about TCU, and they're all talking the same language, bro. And the fact that him and Bud Clark communicate as much, Bud Clark as a safety communicate with Josh Hoover as much as he do, and Josh Hoover as a quarterback communicate. Hey, what am I'm saying? Yo, the connection is there, bro. TCU is scary.
I think they're quiet.
I love that.
No, but everybody, what I see, and people talk about 6 games, right? But I think that they could be a disruptive 9-game winner.
They could.
You know what I mean?
That's just how that's the landscape of that conference. That's how it is.
I think Utah's going to be a force.
They are.
Right?
I got a really good feeling about them. Reading around Fano.
Devin Dampier.
That's right.
Yeah, I knew they got someone.
His energy is so infectious,
Yeah.
bro. We didn't interview him, but off camera, I dapped him up like, I'm expecting a big season. He said, man, you already know I'm about to have a big season.
He
Like,
gives me
ready.
that UNLV quarterback. What was the quarterback that was
Yeah.
our guy?
The initials.
Yeah, HMV or HMW, whatever it was. The guy who came in after Sluka. He gives me that vibe. Like he's a guy that's like even a Cam Ward type vibe. Like I'm here to, prove the point. I'm gonna motivate the troops. Hop on my back. I got this. Let's go.
The entire radio row was buzzing about Devin Dampier. The entire radio row was. So yeah, I like that pick.
I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna say I said it a couple days ago on my socials. Iowa State. I think Iowa State. I've been high on Rocco. Now that they got Chase sold over there too. I'm another big body wide receiver. Their entire offensive line is returning.
Right.
I'm going Iowa State. I think it's going to be a rematch of last year's Big 12 championship. Arizona State, Iowa State. But yeah, Brian, that's his name.
Yeah. I got the initials. I just
you know Brian though. He's
that's
our
his
Mountain West
conference.
guru. Yeah, he's our Mountain West guru. I like that. Wow, so I love that. I had a blast at Big 12 Media Days, man. I promise.
You guys crushed it.
To go back to front.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate it. I can't wait to go back, bro. Just the access that you had to the players was just top tier, bro. Biggest takeaway from day one, I guess we could say day 2 of SEC Media Days. We'll start with you, Nino.
I got 3 kind of like hot little nuggets, right? It's been 2 years, but they can't keep his goddamn name out of his mouth. Nick Saban returning to coaching. It ain't a damn chance in the world, bro, that guy's coming back. He left for the same reason why people think he's going to come back. What? Pass that stuff over here, bro. Give me some of that good, because you guys are crazy, bro, if you think that he's coming back for that. The only thing he comes back in is kind of a commissioner-type role. I don't think he ever wants to coach again. What other school would he want? Like, what? Nah, bro. This day and age of college football, especially on the topic we're going to get into in a little bit, he wants no part of it. If anything, he wants to kind of fix it, and you can't fix it from being a coach. He can fix it if he's got the right hand of the law. So I think that's where he's going to be. He's happy doing what he's doing. He is enjoying himself. He gets to make, side eyes at Pat McAfee half the time. Like, nah, bro. It's just, and another point with the Nick Saban, maybe the SEC isn't as a well-oiled machine as they're saying, right? Like, you play the wrong music for Shark.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
That was embarrassing.
Couple of tidbits in the day weren't too hot, and Nick Saban was kind of like the hot take from day one. That's all I heard about afterwards was Nick Saban return to coaching. So that was my line. That was one of the first things I took away from it. Maybe they're not as well oiled as they think. Shock is that guy that will shake your hand while stabbing you in the back at the same time. This man's walking around, strutting around SEC Media Day 1 while he's stealing Kirby's guys, bro. Right? Flipping 5-star, 2 of them in one day, bro. Right? He signs a guy and then flips 2 from Georgia. Like, come on, bro. Justice Terry, when he took him last year, the kid that they signed, Atkinson or whatever the kid is, got an offer from Georgia. He's from Georgia at 18. It was as soon as he could get an offer, they gave that kid an offer. And on the day of SEC Media Day, he said, "Sorry, boss, I'm gonna go Texas on this one." Like, bro,
oil money's deep, man.
Yeah, but then Shark will say all they're doing is they're focused on winning, and we don't even talk to them about money, cars, and clothes until after it's done. But then you see the video of all the Lambos as he's bringing in the 5-star recruits. Like, bro, come on, man. You can play the game. You can't hustle a hustler. You know what I'm saying? We can see through the game you're trying to play. So I think, like I said, he's a salesman, bro. He will shake your hand and stab you back at the same time. And my boy is already doing the here come the hot step. Josh Heupel already. Well, we don't have a quarterback yet. We haven't decided which is going to be our quarterback. It's a quarterback. Boy.
That's not what you want to hear if you're in Knoxville.
The minute you flip that coin in 24 hours for Joey Aguilar, that was QB1. And now what? 4 weeks later, we don't have
Jake
a quarterback.
Retzlaff.
We don't have a quarterback yet. Oh, we're having a competition. I'm pretty sure, right, that Deshaun Foster and UCLA got QB1 on the wraps right now, right? I said this before. I'm gonna say it again. My boy, gonna be in the hot seat by the end of the year. Heupel better release the collar a little bit. Word him up.
Yeah.
That's incredible, man.
I'm telling you, I think Heupel's hoping and praying Jake Retzlaff looks at Knoxville. Because like you said, if he's got to rely on Joey, that it's not going to end pretty.
I'm hearing rumors that Retzlaff could look at Morgantown.
He could go in there and start day one.
You put him in Rich Rod?
Oh my God. I'm not saying he's Pat White, but he could be the second.
He could be a mini version, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Because
100%.
What he likes to do in his off time, obviously Pat White was doing this in his off time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Pat White's there too.
Yeah,
everybody's there.
Yeah.
Slayton's there in
Slayton,
some kind of organization. Bro, I think if he goes there, it's let's rock, bro. Let's rock. But
that could be your Big 12 dark horse. Yeah, I know. I'm just like, I'm thinking about it too.
How long has it been since you heard that song? Right? I can tell you, my boy Aini Kamosi is the artist that sings that song. All right?
Before my time. Before my time.
No, it was not.
Well, I sure as hell didn't listen to it.
You know Snow? And you remember Snow? You know, MC Hammer?
Oh, I know who. Everyone knows who.
Same time.
I think I was like 4.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah. I think you born what, 90?
90, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got a little bit on you.
Just a little.
Just a wee bit, you know, there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 4 years in between all of us, actually.
Yeah.
I knew his initials, Brian. I knew the initials. I just forgot his name.
All right. So my takeaways from SEC. First off, Diego needs to pump the brakes just a hot second. I mean, 6 wins for Vandy. That's like national championship right there. Yeah. Let alone them talking like he wants that smoke that he's going to win the national championship at Vandy. Like, there ain't a snowball's chance in hell you're winning a natty with Vandy.
Hold up, T-Dot, time out. If you came out and said that Tennessee runs through Vanderbilt this year, then you go to media days and tuck it between your legs. Bro.
Oh, I mean, 100%. Yeah, he's got to back it up. But like,
pump up the chest, Reebok.
There's no way he actually believes Vandy's going to play for the national championship.
Hey, and you can't hate on.
You got to fake it till you make it. I understand.
Pumping them. Josh Pate was pumping them. Everybody was putting pictures. Oh, here he is. His vibe, his aura is that.
Did they play in a bowl game at 6-6 last year?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did they win that bowl game?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so. Because I think that I believe the Diego Pavia aura train was a running and a smoking to the.
You got to take baby. Like, you don't go from being a cellar dweller for the better half of a quarter century to saying I'm going to win a natty the next year, especially if you didn't win your bowl game when you were 500. So let's just pump the brakes. Hey,
he's on his last leg.
Oh, I understand. You got to go out swinging to get yourself wherever you can be at the next level if possible.
You know the Rambo scene where you see him putting the boots on?
Oh, yeah.
That was Diego when he put that suit on.
100%.
He was coming
100%.
out Stallone.
But at the same time, I would rather him be I was the quarterback that started the Vandy rebuild than him just coming out here, blowing smoke up everyone's ass saying, I'm the quarterback for Vandy. We're running through the entire SEC. We're winning the national championship, and y'all can suck my whatever. How much more respect are you going to be if, say, I'm the quarterback that started the rebuild of Vandy to make them relevant? Sure, we were dog crap when I started. We went 6-6. We went 8-4, 9-3, whatever. My senior year got us to whatever bowl game that's more respectable than Bahamas Bowl, but the Bahamas Bowl. Like that's a better story than me than just because there's a good chance they go 4-8 this year too, and then everyone's going to be pointing fingers and laughing. So that's the first point for me. Second point is what we talked about in the green room. I think he's one of the top quarterbacks in the country, Garrett Nussmeier. But to come out and say the SEC is better than the Big 12 or the Big 10, I'm sorry. And yes, they may have been 10 years ago for the decade following that. But the last couple of years, the best conference been the Big 10, especially last year. SEC went 1-5 against the Big 10 in bowl games, 0-2 in the playoffs. The last couple national championships have run through the Big 10. And again, prior to that, it was SEC. But in today's day and age, we live in the now moment. And as of right now, the SEC is not the best conference in the country. It is the Big 10.
I mean, I won't get into depth with you because we'll go forever. But
we could talk all night about that. But as of right now,
right, I get
it.
It.
The Big 10.
Recency is bias. Yep. That's how it is in 2025. Yeah. That's how we live in. I mean, it's whether it's right or wrong, I don't know, because you might as well just throw everything out that happened yesterday, throw in the trash because it's
for sure
not recent. You know what I'm saying? But another one. Like, what is he supposed to say? I'm not in the best conference. No, I just decided to not play. You know what I mean? So, like, when you come out and say, I'm me, which in his way of saying is, I'm fucking him. That was him saying that. That was his way of saying, you know what I mean? The I'm me. That was his version of I'm him. And I'm you can't follow up by saying, but the Big Ten's a better conference, right? He had no I get.
No, I totally understand where he's coming from, but I'm just saying, numbers wise, your conference number 2, brother.
And he finally took some of that pressure away from Brian Kelly, because normally at media days, Brian Kelly is doing some kind of stupid accent dance, doing something stupid where he's exposing himself. But okay,
can we talk about him potentially being on the hot seat?
Let's do it.
Because I mean, for what? With how much? For what? You're at LSU. Like, I'm drawing a blank, so forgive me. Coach before him, not Coach O, the one before him.
Ed? Before Ed?
Yeah. That eat
Miles.
the grass. Les Miles. Mm-hmm. He went 10 wins almost every single year.
He did.
And they still fired him. So, and he had a
couple national stuff, though. That had nothing to do with football.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
My man, he was on a Nick Saban ego trip.
Even before some of that stuff came out, though, and no one knew about it, 10 wins was not good enough there.
No, it was good enough until he had problems internally.
No, because even before the internal, people were saying, can Les Miles get it done? There was rumors he was on the hot seat, that he was going to take Michigan's job before even all that stuff came out.
Who's taking his job? Who's a better option?
Brian Kelly?
Yeah.
Honestly, as someone who lives in a Notre Dame household, Brian Kelly is dog water as a coach. So I think you could get anybody to come in as long as they can recruit.
Does he have a national championship?
No.
Hell no.
He doesn't.
He didn't go to it? I thought he
went a couple times and he got his ass spanked. I'm pretty sure it was like 42-14.
Yeah, it was
the 1 year he was with Notre Dame.
Season.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was
Bama whooped that ass.
They did. Their feet on the boys.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're 292 and 100, that's not
because
shit.
Of where he went though. Has he ever done anything to warrant him saying he's one of the best coaches in the country?
Hold up. You said because of where he went? What do you mean? Because he went to LSU and Notre Dame?
Yeah. And he rode the success off of 2 seasons of Tony Pike as his quarterback. Let me throw that name out there for you guys. Tony Pike is the reason he got the Notre Dame job. And what did he do? He struggled. He had to legit change. He had to legit change his entire personality to keep his job at Notre Dame. There was rumors every single weekend you would see him right in the face, cussing at his players on the sideline. until the
Yeah.
AD at Notre Dame said, "Hey,
You
cut
will-
that shit out,
you
or
will
you're
see it.
fucking
You
gone."
will see that. I do remember that.
But that was his. See, this is where I get pissed off. That's who he was before he
I'm
got to
not.
Notre Dame.
No, I'm not saying
They
that's a
hire
bad
the fucking guy, tell him
I'm
you
not
can't
saying
be
that's a
you,
bad thing.
right?
Yeah.
But
But
he's
then
won.
at the
He's
same
won.
time-
He's got a winning record wherever he's gone. You could say it's all about the 5 stars, the 3 stars. He's got to be able to manage them. We've seen guys can't fucking do it. Billy Napier almost got ran out of town because he couldn't get it done, right? Like, so if it works for them, how does it not work for him? This is what I don't get. This is why, like, this is why when it comes to like the recency bias in the now and in sports, I fucking hate it.
No, I understand that. But if you
Who's
can
the better
manage all
coach
those
right now,
5
though?
stars, who's a better coach than Brian?
Who-
Kelly?
who would be-
You would take to replace him. That would willingly go.
That would leave and go there? Would Dan Lanning go there?
No fucking way.
No,
No.
Nike money's too deep.
Not even that. He's a dude who wants to build his own thing. Alabama wanted him. He said, "Shut the." He didn't even answer the phone.
Would Kenny Dillingham go there?
Oh,
No,
no, I don't think so either. Because
because
he
when you
loves
poke,
being the
when you
hometown
poke-
guy.
when you poke Dillingham's, it
Mhm.
comes out yellow and crimson, dude. No,
Yeah, he loves being. I mean, I could see any sort of.
I would not take the dude at Utah over Brian Kelly. No,
I
thank
would
you.
100% take
No, thank
Kyle Willingham over Brian Kelly.
I would too.
100%.
I would too.
I would not.
I'm with you there. Well, I'm not high on Brian Kelly though. I think the best way I can explain it, how Nino, how like you and Boomer feel about Lincoln Riley is how I feel about Brian Kelly. 100%.
Jaden Daniels doesn't take that step. Brian Kelly's not the coach. You could.
I don't think Jaden Daniels took the step because of Brian Kelly. I think he took the step because of the OC that was there.
Mike Denbrock.
Yes.
I agree.
But he was there the year before, and he didn't take the step.
That was his first year with him, though. That was his first year. The year he took the step was his second year with Denbrock, who he had the consistency, he had the knowledge working with him for 2+ years. That's why Jaden Daniels took the step.
Where's Denbrock now? Still there?
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
How's their quarterbacks been?
They just made the national championship, brother.
How was looking? What Riley Leonard was good. Just because they made a national championship, you're going to tell
But
me Riley?
that's what's impressive. They didn't.
We're talking
they had to run it.
quarterbacks, though. I'm not talking the team.
We'll see
We're
how
talking
CJ Carr does.
quarterback. We can't.
This
just
will
get
be year
sidetracked.
2 with CJ Carr. Granted, his first year season as a starter, but it's his second year with Denbrock. So we'll see.
We will.
It's a legit passer this year.
I
mean,
the-
We could
I-
also say Sammy Hartman started off hot as shit.
5
his
games
first-
of hot shit, and then
No,
he became
that's
shit.
what I said. Started hot with Denbrock. I'm not saying he
Mm.
was white lightning.
Yeah, no, I
the
don't.
entire
No,
season.
Denbrock wasn't there with
No, you're right. That was Jaden
with-
Daniels' first year. Yep.
Yeah.
Or Heisman year. Yep. You're right.
So where are you with Brian Kelly? You don't think he's anywhere close near the hot
Me?
seat, or no? I know
Oh.
you're right. I think we see Brian Kelly the same. I was asking Nino, like, where are you at with Brian Kelly? How do you feel about him?
I don't think he's as much of a hot seat as everybody's saying.
Mhm.
Yes.
What are realistic expectations this year for LSU?
10-2. It has to be. It has to be
Yeah,
at least 10
double-digit
wins to
wins.
make the
They've
playoffs.
been at 9 wins for a few years now. So yeah, 10-2. I agree. I mean,
Mhm.
I think that's possible. I think everybody thinks.
Yeah,
that's
it's possible. Oh no, it's definitely possible.
Yeah.
But
with
they
how
have
much
to
they
be in the
spent, too.
playoff. They have to be.
100%.
I'm not saying he's going to even get fired
It's
if they're not in the
expanded, so they're
playoffs.
gonna be in the. I don't think there's a way they're not in the playoffs.
Whoa. I want them to be in the playoff, but I don't think they'll be in the playoffs.
SEC's
so.
putting 4.
Okay,
Bama,
give me your
Georgia.
4. Give me your 4. I'm
Bama.
Bama, Georgia.
Bama and Georgia. Texas.
LSU and South Carolina.
You don't think Texas makes the playoff?
Oh, Texas. Yeah, Texas. Yes. And South
Okay,
Carolina.
so then
Fine,
you don't
and they
have
can
LSU
decide.
in. Then you
And
don't
they-
have LSU in.
But they're not there. That's 4 there, right? You get 4 from the Big Ten. That's 8. And then it's
So,
12.
okay, so LSU is going to be an at-large team for
Yes.
you then?
Yes.
Let's look at while we're on this topic. Let's look.
No, that's the point. That's a fantastic point. Ask yourself this: the donors and alum of LSU happy with mediocrity because that's all Brian Kelly. can
Okay,
do.
so does LSU beat Clemson?
no,
Okay, so that's one loss. Does LSU beat South
I
Carolina?
I'm not betting on Brian Kelly in week 1. I just can't. His teams are never ready week 1.
Does LSU beat South Carolina?
Where's the
Didn't
game
they
at?
win week 1 last year against South Carolina?
No,
It's in LSU.
no, they lost to USC week 1 last year.
Oh, they beat.
It's in
that was
LSU.
Yeah.
It's in LSU.
Yeah.
It's hard to win in Baton Rouge, but Lenore Sellers could have a Heisman moment there. He could completely take over the game.
Okay, so that's 1 loss, maybe 2. Does LSU beat Bama?
No,
That's 3 losses.
Wow. Wait a minute. So we said last week that they're gonna have one of the most dominant defenses in the country.
yes,
Right? We just said that
Yes.
Garrett Nussmeier is the top 2 quarterback in the class.
yes.
But they're gonna lose the first 3 fucking games of the year.
No,
I
that's
don't
not
think
their
those
first
are,
3.
that's not their
just
first 3. He was just
their 3
was
biggest
naming
games.
3 out of the
That's
first
just
6,
a-
probably.
No, because Alabama's that's like 3 of their
That's
first
towards-
8.
Okay.
Tennessee losing 3 games, bro.
I don't want to see them lose 3 games.
I don't think Alabama's as good as everybody is saying.
really.
Well, I believe it's Ty Simpson from what I'm
Uh-huh.
reading and hearing,
Uh-huh.
but we haven't seen a damn thing from the kid. The last time
You're
we
right.
saw him, he was
You're
throwing
right.
up on his shoes.
You're right. That's a fair assessment. That's
And
a
now
fair
he's got to
assessment.
feed 3 wide receivers.
He does.
Not just
He does.
one.
Not just one. It's 3
One.
of them. You're
But that he runs the offense where he can, or he's
Mhm.
slated to run the offense.
And Grubb's system is designed to get multiple wide receivers
Yeah.
involved in the game. It's,
But then
it's
you
not
now
set
you
up
went
for
out
one
and got
to
a running back that's going to
Mhm.
want the ball,
Mhm.
right?
I've been.
Yeah.
Is Jam Miller not starting? That's what I've been hearing.
He's
He's a
not.
starter, right?
I thought he was a starter. I was talking
I
to
thought
an
he was
Alabama
slated as
fan
a
the other
starter.
day, and they were saying some other kid might be starting. I didn't research it. I couldn't believe it. But Jam Miller's not starting. That's crazy.
I would be shocked if Miller's not starting.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, he would have to. I
Oh,
think he's
Brian,
I would-
man, I thought
yeah.
we had turned this page, and then I see Tennessee is making the playoffs this year. Come on, Brian. Come on, be better. Be better.
I think LSU's got a stacked wide receiver room. They got a top quarterback. They
I'm
have
with you.
stacked defense all the way
I'm
around.
with you on paper. There's not a
on
team,
paper.
There's not
yeah.
a team on paper that I think I like more than I like LSU on paper.
What has
on paper.
Brian Kelly done coaching decision-wise to make you think that he can't get the job done?
I've watched him for the last 14 years.
We've watched Mario Cristobal for the last 8 years, and people still
Mario
think he's good
Cristobal,
at it.
don't even
I'm
get
not
me
saying
started
us.
on Mario
I am
Cristobal.
saying people, not just. I'm not
Right,
saying us. I'm
right.
saying people. Like I
Right.
just don't get how it doesn't make sense. I don't see how what. So 9 games every year or 10 games every season, right? And they've been in the SEC right down to the end of it.
Yeah, they have. I'll get.
So you rather get the guy from Utah's going to be better? The guy
I
from
think-
Liberty's going to be better? What's he
I
going
never
to do
said
that's going to
Liberty.
change?
I never said
No,
Liberty.
no.
But I think Kyle Willingham is a better overall program builder.
in a
Yeah,
he's
small
a good-
program. Come play with the big fucking dogs.
I think he'll have success.
I'm pretty sure. Didn't Utah win the Pac-12? I'm not comparing the
And they're
Pac-12 though to
still
the
shit.
SEC.
Pac-12,
Right.
yeah, they did.
I
win
am
the
not
Pac-12.
comparing them.
Mhm.
He
Pac-12
won it his
and the Big
first
12
year.
Are
He won it his first year.
Pac-12, bro. You don't. Have to play
No, I'm not
defense.
saying.
All you
I'm not
gotta do is play offense.
Yeah, you're right.
apples to
you're right.
oranges.
And
Apples to
Utah,
oranges.
yeah.
But-
Utah certainly was one of the more physical teams.
I'll take Brian Kelly over the guy in Kansas.
Lance
Well, yeah.
Leopold.
Yeah.
I'll take Brian
Obviously.
Kelly over the guy in SMU.
Brett
Because those are
Lashley.
the guys I'm thinking they're gonna go try to replace him with, right?
I don't. Brian Kelly can recruit. I mean, look, he could definitely build rosters. It's just like, do his players trust him in big game big game moments?
Where has he made the mistake though?
Not winning the whole thing is the mistake.
Is it his fault if a player doesn't perform? If he calls the right play and the player, look, when the dude dropped the ball in the back of the end zone against week 1 against Florida State, was that his fault? No, the dude
No,
didn't catch the
not. It's
ball.
obviously the player.
That was a dub.
But
Florida
at the
State's not
same
undefeated.
time, players
I'm
don't
saying?
get blamed. Players don't carry the L's. The coaches carry the L's.
I said, all right, that's fine. What was his coaching thing that made you not believing him down the stretch?
He doesn't have a ring. That's what makes me believe. No matter how much talent he has around him, he cannot get over the hump and win the ring.
Neither has James Franklin, and people love
James
him.
Franklin is dog shit. I'll be the first to say it.
Yeah,
James Franklin is
yeah,
dog
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, James Franklin is.
They put him in
another
the
one
top
that
10
has work to
coaches
do.
in the country.
Who did? I believe it because everyone loves James Franklin, but James Franklin.
Outside of
I view them the
just
same.
recently,
I view Brian Kelly.
Day
as-
Couldn't
Yes,
do
Brian
anything.
Kelly and James Franklin are in the same buckets.
Yeah.
Overhyped
Oh, was
coaches
Ryan
that
Day in the
aren't
same
worth.
bucket before he won Natty?
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
been
hell
on record saying Ryan
Hell
Day, if he
yeah.
does
So
not
now he won
lose
Natty,
here,
and we all
should
just
be considered fired.
No.
No, I've been on
No.
record saying if he loses
No.
5 straight to Michigan,
To
he should not
Michigan,
be the
yeah.
coach at Ohio State.
Yeah.
I am on record saying that. But do I think it'll happen? No, because of recency bias.
You know how many other people? Hey, Brian, I agree with you. But you know how many other coaches on the top 30 can't win shit?
You're right.
Hey,
You're right.
I'm just saying, if a coach like Bo Pelini can be run out of Lincoln, winning 10 games a year for the last decade,
They're still paying for the sins of firing.
exactly.
Pelini.
Brian Kelly is that same coach. Can win
That's
10
fine.
games every
I
single
could
year,
probably
but can't
rattle
win
off
shit.
Dozen more coaches.
You could,
that are on the hot seat ahead of him.
you could, but with the resources as plentiful as LSU, could you do that? With resources as plentiful as South Bend, could you name off those very same coaches?
Shane Beamer, Billy Napier.
Resources are nowhere
Are
near
you
the
saying
same.
South Carolina has the same resources as
the
LSU
resources
and
are
Notre
nowhere
Dame?
near the same. No,
Come on, Nina. I love you, brother, but you cannot say they're in the
No,
same
the resources
category.
Auburn
are
doesn't
not
have a top 5 recruiting class in the past 3 years.
the resources are not the same, brother. They're not. But Shane Beamer has done an outstanding job in Columbia, but the resources aren't the same. Football isn't nearly the same in Columbia as it is in Baton Rouge. They are in two different categories. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But go continue your list. He said no.
Because if that's the case, then they should fire the coach every single season that they don't win a
I
national
see.
championship.
Okay, that's that.
So
that's
you
a great
can't
point.
say that to me.
That's a great point. That's a great point. That's good. They did get sick of coach.
Because I'm pretty sure South Carolina's got at least 4 to 5 5-stars the last 2 to 3 years.
Yeah,
in a row.
and
I'm
they're
pretty
constantly-
sure Florida's got the same amount.
They're constantly putting product in the NFL as well. I
And in
agree
the
with
same
you.
conference,
I agree with you.
with the same resources. Maybe they have more money to throw. Maybe not more money. Maybe they throw more money. But the resources, the accessibility to the resources, they're all there.
Huh?
That I love the Brian Kelly topic because if you ask 10 people, you're gonna get 10 different answers.
Oh, 100%.
I love it.
I don't like how he does the stupid shit. I haven't
I'm
seen him. I haven't seen him
You saying
make
you
a
haven't
coaching
seen
mistake.
no crystal ball. You haven't seen him pull a
No,
ball.
I haven't seen him say,
Yeah.
"Hey, we're gonna do this," or make a, or not call the timeout, or run a wrong defense,
Yeah.
or override offensive coordinator. No, I've seen a player drop a ball in the end zone that was dead in his hands, where they should have beat Florida State, and Florida State went undefeated that year, killed them. Right?
Yeah.
Like that was a bad start to the year for them. I've seen Howell Perkins get hurt and have to shift their whole defensive
Right.
scheme.
Mhm.
Okay,
And
on
that
that
killed
note, but did the defense really take that big of a hit with Harold Perkins being out?
They switched his position and he got hurt. Yes, you went from middle linebacker and a dominant force to playing hybrid. That
I'm just
killed
saying,
them.
Whit Weeks picked up that slack and ran with it.
But you
I
could
would
have had
consider
Whit Weeks
Whit
and
Weeks-
Harold Perkins.
No, because before Perkins got hurt, no one had heard of Whit Weeks.
Whit Weeks did not play edge. He played linebacker when Perkins went
No,
down.
he played middle.
He did not
He
play
played the
edge.
middle.
Perkins played edge the year that Whit Weeks was middle. They moved Harold Perkins
Yeah.
to the edge, and I said to you, they bet that better hit. It better
Oh, yeah,
hit.
yeah. He's
Because
not.
if it doesn't, they're going to be, well, where's he now? Back to the middle. Where's Weeks? Outside. Not edge, outside linebacker.
Deep down, I still think they keep Perkins at edge.
No, they got Ryan for that. Patrick
I
Ryan.
still think he plays edge. I think they try to do that Micah Parson that everyone compares him to.
You can't
And
play
deep
both,
down,
bro.
I think they play 2 Weeks as their linebackers. 2 of the Weeks brothers. I think starts as them.
Hal Perkins, when he played linebacker, was an absolute machine.
100%. But I
Yeah.
think everyone is trying to fit him in that Micah Parsons mold where he plays
I
on
just
the
don't think they
edge.
would get Ryan for it. Ryan is that Micah Parsons type guy.
Who's on the other side then?
It doesn't matter. You just need one.
Why
They've
not
had-
have 2?
Because it doesn't work.
Two is
Look at
better
what
than
it
one.
doesn't work for them successfully. When they've had 2 big name guys on the edge, it's only one guy that eats and the other guy struggles. 2 years ago they did it. Perkins' freshman season. There was one on
Yeah.
each side. One guy got drafted in the 2nd round. One guy went in the 5th. You know what I mean? So but I think his troop. But if you have him and Weeks playing in that line, where's the drop off? You have to cover both of them,
Yeah.
especially if Perkins is lined up on the same side as Ryan. Now you have a problem.
Yeah.
But again, that wasn't Brian Kelly's change. That was the DC's change to move him to that role. So, like, I haven't physically seen outside of him doing some stupid dance moves or some accent that he shouldn't have done, right?
Right.
Even at Notre Dame, that's how we coached prior to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Nick Saban would rip your ass out on the side. I'm not putting him in the same box as Nick Saban. I'm just saying.
I understand, but like,
now he would. Yeah, I remember Nick Saban treatment.
So, like, if he did it before and you were cool with it when you hired him, now that he's doing it, why? Because at Notre Dame and every week it's on TV. Well, maybe you should do a little more research, right? You should have seen what you were getting. But I haven't seen him.
But I mean, he might have pretended. You know, he was. You know, we seen him pretend before. He could have pretended.
Yeah, he could give him an accent, maybe.
Yeah, you know, I've been at Catholic church every week and all of that good old stuff. So, hey man, that's crazy. That's good stuff right there. I don't even remember where we are.
Fall camps.
Fall camps. You guys are most excited to see.
Well, I'll stay in the Penn State department. I got Penn State. Whose team is it? I want to know whose team is it. Is it Drew Allen's team?
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
I think it.
Yeah.
So I think the hype is going to be Drew Aller take the step, but I think deep down it's still going to be on the legs of those two running backs.
Mm-hmm.
And deep down, Allen is better. Allen is the better running back than Singleton.
And that's fine.
I'm with you there. Yeah.
My other thing is his defense is going to have to live up to the hype, because when you got your strength and conditioning coach, Chuck Loosely, a.k.a. the Butcher, Daniel Day-Lewis, right? When you got that guy's mustache curly cute, like if you don't,
that's what I'm trying to go right here.
No, that straight Daniel Day-Lewis, and he comes out and says, "I want my defense and my offensive line to be bulletproof." That's a bold statement, homie. Mm-hmm. Especially when we're going in a fall camp. You know what I mean? You were supposed to be in the background. You ain't supposed to be doing any yapping. So I want to know who's the guy. I want to know, is the defense going to be bulletproof, like we're saying? How many bullets can they take? And is Amari Campbell going to be the guy on this defense? And we know, something is on the
that's what I was going to ask.
Right. But is Amari, this guy coming in from UNC, 80 tackles, 11 tackles for loss, almost 7 sacks. He was a problem in the ACC. Mm-hmm. Can he be a problem in the Big Ten? Because if he can, hello. You'll pick you in the third round.
Does Penn State have 2 first-round edges? Can you see
very well? I think they have 2.
In Jim Knowles' system, absolutely.
I think they have 2 top 40 edges.
Yeah.
But that is also the reason why I think Amari Campbell.
Yeah.
You have to worry about this. You're letting this. The gap's wide open for my man. And I think he is going to dominate this year. I bet you get 100 tackles out of him. He's going to be a lot of when I was talking about defensive awards, and I didn't really kind of go too in depth in rosters, but kind of digging in deep, and now we're getting to fall camp. I think this kid could be on all of these lists at the end of it. I think you could have 100 plus tackles. I think you could have somewhere to 15 to 17 tackles for loss. And if he's got double-digit sacks, you cannot talk about him for every defensive award out there. Mm-hmm. You have to. And I think he could have that with the team he's on in the conference they're on with heavy running. And when you have 2 defensive edges that are going to be drafted in the top 40, that's who they're accounting for. You are going to have open lanes to dominate.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. I guess fall camps that I'm most excited to see how they play out. Obviously, I got to go Alabama. Can Russell make some sort of surge to really put I don't think so either, but to put some pressure on Simpson. I'm curious about Indiana, if he can live up to the hype, especially seeing now that they canceled their home and home against Virginia and are still paying Virginia for it. So there's that. I'm curious to see who takes the reins at BYU now that Jake's gone. So, I mean, I'm more curious about the ones where the position battles are hinged on the quarterbacks. Because I mean, we all know if you don't have a quarterback, you're screwed. So if they're this late and there's still the position battles, those are the ones that I'm looking out for.
I got another one. I know you'll enjoy this one, KT. Virginia. Can they get out of the basement defensively? Less than 20 sacks last year.
That's embarrassing.
Second worst in the ACC. They added 5 edges and 2 defensive linemen to the portal. I'm talking through Alabama. I'm talking through ACC Big 12. They went and got some guys, okay? So they're going to have to make a stride. Plus they have was it Micah Buchanan? I think he's coming back from injury. He was a top 100 defensive line recruit. It's been since 2018, KT, since they had a 500-yard running back. Let that
Bronco
sit.
Mendenhall was the coach.
Is
Let that
one
sit
hell
in.
of a stat. Say that again.
2018, Jordan Ellis ran for 1,026 yards.
Jordan Ellis.
That was the last running back
Yo,
to rush for over 500 yards. They've had 2
where the
quarterbacks
hell
go.
did you find that stat, bro? That's a crazy stat. That's a scary stat. 7 years?
Yo, last year 498 and 499. Still didn't get to a 500 yards. It was Tyler.
You think you can go lace him up? You think you can go get five?
I got it. Yeah, I got probably.
I might be able to get like 20. That's about it.
And
That's
Yo,
over
it
12
was-
games, too. 20.
Tyler, what was
That's
it?
crazy.
Wayne Tyler Palama, whatever his name was. He was running back there. Tyler Palmer, whatever it was.
Mhm.
Tyler Palmer. He only got 400 yards. He never got to 500. He was there for three seasons. So they brought in Harrison Whalen, which I think is a 1,000-yard running back on his own. He almost had 1,000 yards his freshman year at was it Wyoming? So now he redshirted last year after going in 3 games. He had like, I don't know, almost 300 yards and a couple touchdowns. He's like, yeah, I'm redshirting him out. See, this school's done for me. I don't want to be here. I'm out ski. So he went there. And then they have Jamari Taylor from North Carolina Central. This kid, 1,000 yards last year, almost 1,200 yards. He averaged, I think it was close to 6 yards per carry, 5.8, something like that. 15 touchdowns on 200 carries. Yeah, I'm talking about a shifty. He's
That's
shifty,
crazy.
but it's smooth. So it's not like it's not like that. You know what I mean? He just boom, boom, he makes
He'll
his-
have 350 behind Virginia's line.
yeah, right. Exactly. That's what I worry about. But I think between the two of them, I think you can get 1,000-yard back, and I think you can get I think you get 1,500 yards out of it. I think they could go over 1,000 yards and have the second guy go over 500 because they're going to need it.
Who's their
Offensively.
quarterback now? Because their other guy transferred,
Chandler
did
Morris.
he not?
Chandler Morris.
Morris.
from,
Chandler
North
Morris.
Texas. Yep.
On it like his 7th year.
Yeah, because what's his face left, right? Calzaga. They wouldn't have went
Yeah.
and got Chandler Morris if Calzaga didn't
Yeah,
leave.
because he transferred. That's right.
Anthony, what's his name?
Calzaghe.
Kalonji?
Calzaga.
Col-
What is
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Condo
something like that.
lives
Something
in
like
Rice.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's right. I want to see what they got. What's the head coach there? Tony
Elliot?
Elliot, yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
You want to talk hot seats, people?
Oh, his seat is scorching, bro.
Yeah.
Like he can't sit down.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no.
So and real quick, Brian, as far as you want to talk about my guy, because I mentioned him in an episode that you might not have been around for. Bryson Beaver had an official visit scheduled to Oregon prior to the Elite 11s. He got his 4th slot at Elite 11s because he came in 4th overall.
Yeah.
Not because Oregon illegally poached
And
him.
it was like, as soon as you knew Ryder wasn't going to Oregon,
It was
Beavers
instantaneous.
was
I-
going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and hey, the money was going to somebody. Ryder said, "Oh, I can't get it till later. I can get it now here." So this guy said, "All right, I'll wait a year, maybe 2, whatever it may be. I'm cool. I'll take it." But I knew he was going there before the Elite 11s. As far as the 4-star, that came.
And
because he took
also,
off.
Brian, if only that's how it was, like, we wouldn't have this whole transfer portal decommitment BS. If you're committed, you can't talk. But I mean, if he didn't sign, it's fair game.
100%. All right, let's get back to business. Sorry, KT just had to bounce real quick. I don't know what happened there. Well, let's get into the next segment here is let's talk about it. We talked a little bit about BYU a little bit here. Jake Retzlaff is the second player withdrawn from schools to go to another program. Obviously, we had Xavier Lucas go from Wisconsin to Miami, got paid, the whole ordeal. There's a lawsuit still going on about it, and I think Wisconsin won the lawsuit, or seems
I think
to
it
be
might
favored in their
they're favored to win.
direction.
Yeah.
But this is the question that we kind of brought up. Is the transfer portal dead now, considering how Retzlaff, who was legally didn't break any rules, right? It was all washed away. It was settled outside, taken back. But he broke the honor code at BYU, which is premarital sex. So it looked like it was going to be a 7-game suspension. But my man said, nah, I'm out ski. I'll do it my own way. Just withdrew from school. And he's out of school, no longer a student, not enrolled there anymore. But he has to go to whatever school is walk on. And I said to you last week, NIL
will make up for it.
The money he's going to get paid will cover the tuition and then some. You know what I mean? They're gonna make sure the kid's okay year one, or else he wouldn't go there. So, as you know, KT kind of put in the doc, is this the first shovel dug into the dirt for the death of the transfer portal, or is this the first shovel of dirt thrown into the pickup truck for the commission in the NAL reform?
Both. Because I think it's going to take this aspect getting crazy for better government of player movement moving forward.
Okay.
I can 100% see somebody going to some school, getting their money, be like, it is what it is. I'm going to just quit school. The next day they're at a different school, and they don't have to file all this paperwork because they can just say, hey, I'm dropping out. Cancel all my classes. I'm dropping out. And then a week later, boom, they're at the next school getting all their money. So I can see this starting to take off, and then that being what leads to the better government body that we always talk about.
Yeah, it needs this. I don't think that they're going to, with them opening up the, student athlete portal window now and all this. There's no way we're going to see the death of the transfer portal. I don't think that they want that. I think that they want more of it. I think they like the parity, and one of the comments said that the SEC is going downhill with the way the talent is dispersed. That may have been why they've taken a step back. I don't see that as that's not a far-fetched, conclusion at all.
No,
I think that's
but at the same time, that is what college football needs. Like, as a fan, sure, the best teams are always going to win, but at the same time, it was just like the NBA. Every single year, it was Cleveland, Golden State for like 5 years straight. College football, it's either been Bama, Georgia, but now since the NIL, we've had 2 different schools who haven't won a conference. We've had Arizona State go from cellar dweller to second round playoffs. Like, this parity on, the parity in teams that are starting to rise towards the top, I think it's needed. And if, as much as I hate to say this, if I need the transfer portal to be as crazy as it is to keep college football fresh without the same teams winning it every single year, I will take it. Do I like it? No, but I will take it to mix up, because I'm tired of seeing the same 4 teams every single year play in the national championship, whether it was Clemson, Alabama for 5 years straight, then Bama, Georgia. I'm just tired of it. I want to see other teams rise to the top and have their chance.
Yeah, I am 100% on board with you with everything there. I love the parity of it. I like that there's, even in the SEC or the Big Ten, whatever it is, you're seeing, the more teams being closer in the end of the season to the top. If this guy beats this guy, they're going to be in the Big Ten championship, where it was like, it's these 2 guys. By week 5, you knew who was going to be there. So yeah, I'm with the transfer portal. I don't think that they're going to let this die. I think that this is going to put a bottle rocket in Charlie Baker's ass, Nick Saban. Somebody's going to get
Charlie Baker.
Well, he's still in the power that be, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I think the guys above is just going to stop. This is the pot stir right here. We may have had calm water in the pot. They turned it up to 100 with this, especially if Retzlaff goes to a team and they have success. Because all that's going to do is be like, yeah, why am I transferring? Screw all this shit, dude. I'm out ski. You know what I mean? I'll just go there and I can do one and done. And if I don't like it, I'll just withdraw from that school, go play next week at that school. Because they haven't figured out a way to fix it.
It skips the middleman that the players have to deal with.
There's no rules.
Exactly.
This is the true Wild Wild West right here.
Yeah.
Because you have to come on as a walk-on, but there's no penalty. You're not sitting. You don't have to sit a couple games. So what happens if I withdrew from school in week 3 and he went on as a walk-on in week 5? Do I get to play for that school?
Exactly. Yeah.
Because as of right now, it's free will. The book is empty. It's clean.
This is where it's getting dangerous.
So This is going to see, like, if players start going this route, you're going to start seeing the players starting to bet on themselves. Like, there was this dude, I totally forget his name, in the NBA, was slated to be a late first-round pick, but he said, don't draft me. I want to go to the team that I want to go to. Ended up having a pretty solid rookie year, second contract. But yeah, that's what I would love to see if this continues. Players starting to bet on themselves, like, hey, sure, I'm a starter here at this school, but I'm not wide receiver 1. I'm going to withdraw here. I'm going to go here, prove that I'm wide receiver 1, make my name, and show y'all. So I wouldn't be upset at that aspect of it, but
I think, like I said, I have a feeling.
Oh, Brian, I like that point, though.
Before he couldn't get on a team, mid-season he couldn't get on a team. He didn't. Did he withdraw from school? He left school legally, though. It was a legal issue. Was why he left school. He didn't just withdraw from school because of playing time. He wasn't getting his money, you know, and he thought he was worth more money than what he had supposedly got. And now he's on another school. Hopefully, he can maybe get that if the quarterback who's recovering from injury isn't 100%, then maybe he'll get to play. But I honestly think we are going to see something before the start of the college football season. I think there will be a temporary plan for the rest of this year. They're not going to let this be the Wild Wild West this year. They are not going to let that happen.
That would require Charlie Baker to, like, pull his thumb out of his butt and do his job.
Yeah, I think somebody pulled the thumb out of his butt and told him you're quite low on the oil check, my friend. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, people like Nick Saban, they're like, we're getting laughed at. We shouldn't even be having this conversation. They already had control with the NAL. Now they have full control. When I say these 18-year-old kids are in full control over $1 trillion business.
Yeah.
Let that sink in real quick.
That's a great point.
They are not going to let that go on. There's going to be a temporary plan of action, I feel, before what's August?
7 weeks.
August?
7 weeks from today.
7 weeks. 7 weeks.
This week.
I think before the 7th week is over, there will be a temporary plan in place or some kind of action going through. You know what I'm saying? We're in the process of doing this, and there is no withdrawing from a school and going to another school from here on out. You have to.
I mean, that's a great thought, but then this whole designated student athlete thing happened.
Yeah, that's
it's still open. So it's like, sure, that's a good thought that it could happen, but they're showing otherwise at the same time.
Because right now, most universities, you're in either summer session 1 or summer session 2. You should be in summer session 2 right now.
Yep.
So right now, if you're a student, you know what I'm saying, let's take the athlete away from it. You know, like the portal season was meant so that, you know, poaching wouldn't happen as much as it do, but it happens. It is what it is. But right now, it technically isn't legal. So why does what's the name matter at that point? The transfer portal. Like, why putting your name in there and even having to deal with the BS when you could just withdraw? Because right now, like, you can withdraw from a university, right? If you decide not, hey, I don't want to attend here for fall, for fall semester, you can just go wherever you want to go. This is dangerous. They're gonna have to come up with something.
That's why I don't think that they're gonna just let this go before the season starts. It's gonna be a penalty in place or something. You can't just leave a school and go to another school in the same week, get classified as a walk-on, and then on the side they throw you a $1.2 million.
They just go back to the old rules then?
Because here's why another thing of why I think something's going on. Because if Shamar Stewart plays for Texas A&M this year, we have a problem. He got drafted, okay, by Cincinnati. Cincinnati is a dumb, crack shit organization that is greedy.
And I can't believe people are blaming that kid.
He did nothing wrong. I'll stand by that kid till the end of time. He did nothing wrong. Cincinnati is dog shit. The way they run that team is dog
Here's
shit.
the thing. I don't think he can come back to play. I think he can just re-enter the draft next year.
He's been working out with Texas A&M since he left school, since he left Cincinnati 3 weeks ago.
Working out doesn't mean he can play there, though.
Did he have another year of
They're saying that there's a chance that he plays for Texas A&M this year and re-enters the draft for 2026.
Get that out of here.
You got an agent. You got drafted.
I mean, every player has an agent now. The drafted part would be...
That's the issue.
But see, here's the thing.
He never signed a contract.
If you want to look like baseball, for example,
That's
You can
crazy.
get drafted out of high school, still go to college. You can get
Mhm.
drafted your freshman year, go back to
Kyler Murray got
college.
drafted and went and played another sport.
Exactly.
He's probably
So-
coming back to the Aggies, bro.
That's crazy.
I mean,
That's wild.
Now,
So
if that
what?
happens,
to go be a 4th round draft pick
So
next year.
what prevents a player who loses a quarterback competition, right? Like let's look at somebody like Juju. You know, let's say they named Caden Salter the starter after week 1 of fall camp, right? What stops him from withdrawing, going to a really needed quarterback school where he knows he's going to start?
As of right now,
what stops
nothing.
him? Yeah, what stops him? Because if the semester doesn't start till most of the times around like August 26th, August 23rd, and we're talking about first week of August, like what stops him from withdrawing and going to
what
another
does
school?
semesters mean, Anderson? Half these kids that are transferring are already done with school.
That's a good point. That's a good
But
point.
someone like Juju, though, obviously,
Yeah.
just
Juju
Yeah.
ain't going to transfer. You were saying Caden Salter or you were saying Juju?
No, Juju. I was saying Juju.
I don't think Juju's ready to go start any school.
Not even G5 level or like
Oh,
lower. Like
Maybe,
a
but is
bad-
that if you're a 5-star, you're going to take
you're right.
it.
You're right. That's a good point. But what
If you
about
were
like
a
a lower
3-star,
tier,
know what I'm saying?
like
Maybe.
you know,
like a Purdue.
like yeah, like yeah. What if he went, you know, with Barry Odom and Barry Odom told him he would start if he came there? Well, I get it from your perspective. You know what I'm saying, Nino, but this is just
But
They
the
gotta do
problem
something
with
about
that
this.
Is we also are forgetting about the NIL money.
you're right.
Am I going to sit for a year making $2 million? Play homeboy. Play him.
Yeah,
I'm making $2 million. I'm not even guaranteed $2 million if I make it to the NFL.
right.
Play. I'll sit. But Purdue called. Oh, I could drop out of school right now, take the $600,000 I made from Colorado and go to you for what?
I mean, Caden Proctor did it.
Went to what? Purdue?
No, went to a school, took their money, then flipped back and got
He didn't
more
go to a
money.
lower school. I mean, he went from Alabama to Iowa. We're not talking about dropping from freaking.
No, I mean his
Yeah.
first transfer was a
Mm.
lower, but
Yeah.
I get what
Yeah.
you're saying.
You know what I'm
Is
saying?
it-
It's still Iowa's still
Yeah, oh yeah.
compared
Here's
to what
what
we're
we
talking
know.
about for teams.
No, I understand,
Mm.
but I mean, it is out there where players will like.
And then again, where's that money coming from though? Because
My
by
pocket.
wait, no. By fall camp, you probably have already exerted all of your NIL money.
Yeah.
You got to come up with a bigger NIL money to give me than the team I'm at where I'm going to sit. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as Micah Hudson, the Micah Hudson thing, that was coach don't know how to speak to players. And if you tell a player he can take time off to get mentally right and take care of his family, like that was the issue,
Mhm.
don't tell him 3 days later, yo, you ready to come back? I need you now.
Yeah,
It's not how this works.
Yeah, not if you tell him to take time and then you put like a time bound on the time when you tell him
Right.
to take the time that he needs. That's
Yeah.
not cool.
People have to understand they are professional athletes,
Right.
Because they are professional athletes now because they're getting paid like it.
Are you getting paid? Yep.
But they are people. They are humans.
Mhm.
If you had a grandmother that was sick and dying, you had to take care of it. We know how you would feel. Just flip the script. Think about how this 18-year-old kid who's got a lot more burden on his shoulders now because he got the money. They never had the money before.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, but yeah, I think there's going to be some kind of action coming down the pipe. There has to.
There
They
has
have
to
be
be.
able to stop this. Because hey, actually, you know what? No, I won't. Because next year there's no more walk-ons, people. They don't exist.
That's true.
Walk-ons.
true.
are
I'll
gone.
tell you that the grandfather then rule is gone too.
I'm pretty sure all walk-ons are gone because they added more to your roster, so you didn't need a walk-on. So if a walk-on's gone,
No,
this
that's
is
not
gone.
because.
Yeah,
so
they gave you
looking
20 more
There are
scholarships
some
with the 15
preferred
less
walk-ons
players. Yeah.
that have committed to Iowa for next year. So I mean, there is still going
Right.
to be
Go for
walk-ons, but
going for next year. But I think as of 2026, there is no more
they're
walk-ons available.
Gotcha.
So now this would probably fill itself out. You know what I mean?
this just goes back to start the season beginning of August, have it end by December when
I see what you're
Christmas
saying.
break start. That's your one transfer window. That's
After
it.
the bowls.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The season would be over when school goes on break
Yes.
if they started it sooner.
None of this. I'm going to transfer, so I'm going to leave my team high and dry in a bowl game.
Yeah. Like the championship would be around Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's fine.
which would be
because
that'd be so much
you're
better.
moving it up. It would be, and then wouldn't compete with NFL and their playoff
Yeah.
times. We could get our college championship on a Saturday, which is what it should be on.
Yeah.
I love that idea, Nino. All right, let's get into this final question. This is something that I saw Dion speak about at Big 12 Media Day, so I was like, I definitely got to talk about it with the guys. So everybody knows where I stand with college football. I think it's the greatest sport that there is, and yeah, we got some issues in the offseason with the semantics, but on Saturdays there's nothing wrong with the sport. Still the best sport ever, still as pure as ever. We heard Coach Prime mention that the rules need to be more aligned with the NFL rules, specifically with the 2 feet inbounds and then spot foul pass interference. We know if you get a pass interference call, it's 15 yards. I'll go out on a limb and say that I love the game the way that it is. How do you guys feel about this?
I think if they're going to be treated like professional athletes and treated like the next level, and we are supposed to groom them for the next level, and 1 foot catch shit got to go. Needs to be 2 feet. I think that they need to be more towards the NFL. I'm with it 100%.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Like, I mean, I'll use college basketball as an example. For the men's college basketball is the only piece of basketball that plays halves. I mean, even down to high school, women's, WNBA, NBA,
It's all
FIBA,
quarters.
it's all quarters. So like, and that drives a lot of people crazy. So exactly like Nino said, if they want to go to the next level, you got to play like you want to be at the next level. So all the rules need to be universal for every single level.
That's the way I look at it. If you're trying to be like Big Brother,
Yeah,
you got to play
Start
like
acting
Big Brother. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like they got a lot to work out, but I don't think it's wrong for the sport, because I think you're setting these kids up. You're gonna start to see more success earlier years. You may not, the Justin Jeffersons and Jamar Chases might not be the unicorns anymore. You know what I mean? You might get them early successes off the rip because of them getting more in that NFL scheme.
I think that's the hill I'm willing to die on. I don't want NFL. I like the wire hash marks. I like those kicks being difficult. That's the hill I'm willing to die on. I don't want tighter hash marks.
I mean, I can understand that, but at the same time, it just comes back to make it all universal.
Yeah, I'm with it. And again, basketball should be quarters. Like,
it should be quarters.
Playing
quarters
FIBA rules.
Grade school.
Yeah, it's just stupid. Like, just the way you're breaking your body down and training for it. Like, nah, dude.
Yeah,
let's all play one universal game. That's why if we ran from third to first in Little League,
right?
But then in Babe Ruth, we ran from first to third.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
we're setting kids up for failure.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
All righty. You guys got anything to add? It's been a fun episode, man. We went over an hour today.
Yeah.
You pulled the Casper from the ghost on us, but that's all right.
Yeah. I had to run outside real quick.
I'm like, oh, KT, done gone.
Yo, I
Yo,
don't know if y'all seen it in private. I had to put it in private.
Shout out Bull Rush, man.
Yes,
both up, you know what I'm saying?
They legit dudes, man. They also putting money up for ACC and American Media Days. So we'll use it for us stay in Toledo. For the docu-series we're about to shoot. It's getting close, D. Now I'm getting excited.
I know. I'm just waiting to hear back from them about all the details, but
the access and all of that. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. So y'all got some people y'all want to shout out or anything?
I'll start. Brian wants to throw something out there, so go ahead, Brian. But in the meantime, just shout out to you, Moon, Mike. Last couple weeks, you guys killed it. So that's my shout out.
I love Brian. He's good.
Brian's the real dude, man.
Good stuff.
Come on, Brian. I said you could use this time, and that's what you use it for.
Yeah, hey, that's
like two, man.
He's on his platform. He's going to pick up his team. So good for Brian. I love it. Yeah. Shout out you and the guys. You guys killed it over the past 2 weeks. Prepping and everything. I know you're going to kill it in his upcoming weeks. But that's his team. Like we're just constantly growing. When one guy can't get to something, the next guy steps up. It's not just business. It's a family. We all work together. We all pick up the slack for each other. Almost at 27,000 on the YouTube.
That's crazy. You've been going crazy with the shorts, my dog.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out Brad Banks. Brad Banks short. Yes.
I knew you would love that.
Hey, you know,
my guy.
You know, yeah, you know
My
how
guy.
I feel about Brad Banks, man.
I'm looking for Tim Dwight. When I'll get one out there, Timmy Dwight on a
Yeah.
kickoff return or something. But yeah,
What
like
was that running back y'all had back in '98?
Fred Russell.
Number 22.
Oh, no.
97. 98.
Cedric Shaw, Tavian Banks.
Tavian, goddamn.
With the blonde hair.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was my dog, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
that's crazy.
When you get Timmy D, you got to get the one with the feathers on the shoulders. The old school Hawkeye jersey.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, with the wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, he remembered Tavian Banks. Yeah, that was
Oh,
a
dude,
game
that
I
was-
used to always use Iowa.
That's when I started loving-
like '98.
That was Iowa brought you in.
Oh yeah. Because like him and Tim were hot for Iowa, and it was the same year that Randy Moss started playing for the Vikings. So that's when my football love started taking
98.
off.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You remember that? Yeah, I was crazy about him. And then also that year, because my parents, we were poor, but they got me both games. I will also use LSU because I used to mess with Kevin Falk that year too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Patriots,
man.
baby. Patriots, baby.
Yeah, that's Nito's guy.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. But yeah, shout out to y'all, man. I love what we do. I feel like we're growing, and I feel like things that the plans and stuff that we seen when we first came together to do this thing are really starting to happen. So that's a beautiful.
We're right
thing.
on the cusp.
Hey, we had to crawl before we could walk, and now we gotta walk before we can run.
Yes, sir. I
I'm
love it,
gonna
man.
I'm gonna be at Senior Bowl this year.
Yes,
Locked it in. Already got
Yes.
the vacation off. I'm locked in this year.
Let's go.
Already locked in this year.
Let's go.
I will be there this
Let's
year.
go. Well,
Let's
you
go.
you guys know where I'm at. I'm doing this full time for the fall, man. So I'm wherever. Just let me know. I'll book the flight. As I always like to say, there are no more victories in the sport that survive in the fast. That's why college football has the greatest regular season. And until next time, y'all take care. Yes, sir. Today I am the governor of college football. Yes, sir. The mayor of college football, aka downtown Nino Brown. Yes, sir.